Okay, I'll tell like this. Okay, so I'm in the back of my mom's Pontiac Sunfire. It's like 2000 and something. Like I don't know, 1999 maybe.
Yeah. That's when they were popular.
Yeah. And then a song was, and then like you know I was obviously you know young black here in Canada. You're gonna find hip hop somehow, some way.
BT came around that time as well.
Yeah,
to Canada.
Exactly. You got 106 in Park, and stuff like that. Yeah. And so for me, like when I was listening to rap, like I just kind of was in and out of it. Like I didn't really like everything that I heard. I was more into like you know punk rock and stuff like that. And then Eminem was playing. I vividly remember it. It was Eminem. It was My Name Is, and it was like the first time I heard rap that made me be like, you can do that with words, and you know like it shifted my poetry into something different. Like I was using more unique rhymes, finding like more vocabulary to use, reading more books to like, you know, like I read because I like to read, but like, you know, I also see the effect it had on my writing. So like obviously that worked as well. And yeah, so I was listening to My Name Is by Eminem in the back of my mom's Pontiac Sunfire was what made me kind of snowball into what happened now. As long as I'm like right now, long term, I just want to make sure that I can do it and keep doing it and have the time to do it and like, you know, really appreciate it as like a privilege, you know what I mean? Not just something that pays the bills or keeps things fun or exciting or whatever. It's like if I'm okay in life, if I'm going somewhere in life, like, and I'm able to have the time to reflect and like create art, that is beautiful to me. You know what I mean? As far as that in matters of like common goals and stuff like that, I guess like, you know, just building community and being able to help other artists if they're ever in a situation where they want to record but they can't for whatever reason. You know what I mean? That's what Loud has done for me, right? So I like to just like pass the torch and keep it going, kind of thing. Yeah. I met Cupiomanic, I think it was 2017.
Feels like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it feels like a long. Yeah, it feels like we know each other a long time.
That is a long time.
It is a long time. It just
yeah.
feels like a lot longer because like when we first met, we just kind of like obviously we do the get to know each other and all that, but like we clicked like right away. I feel, and I was working with him, mostly like setting up events and just being a part of the community and just like kind of navigating where I wanted to be in Loud and like seeing, you know, other avenues outside of being an artist, because I feel like that's important nowadays, because you know artists don't make that much as just an artist. But navigating all that made me realize also that I wanted to be an artist myself.
Okay.
Like that was
so you
still.
were not an artist before you started helping out in the community, or you didn't recognize yourself that way.
Well, I mean, I was on and off with it.
Okay.
Right, like
Totally
just journey of being an artist in general, right? You always have to have that self-doubt kind of phase where you're just imposter syndrome is at 10. You know what I mean? Yeah. So after navigating like Loud and stuff like that, I kind of I would still write and stuff like that, and I would still go out to like these open mics and stuff. And after a while of like inactivity well, with Loud Army, Cupiomanic hit me up randomly and was like, yo, free studio sessions, and I was like, alright, bet. And that's how we did No Funerals, actually, which was like the first single that I dropped, the first single that I actually recorded with Loud. Yeah. And like just like knowing that like I could start it so genuinely like community based really started the fire to like just keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the first verse, I wrote that in, you guys are gonna laugh, in like, what year was it, like 2015?
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
You know what I mean? So like over the course, like I guess from 2015 up until like 2020 something, you got like a lot of things that, just a lot of things that were on my mind, I guess, and a lot of things I was going through at the time, different chapters of my life in general. And I was able to just kind of realize that like, oh shit, this kind of, if you piece this together, it's almost like I went through like phases of a heartbreak. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I wanted to kind of have it focused around. That, and also like I really wanted to keep it very spoken word.
Yes.
And like drift so far into that dimension that, you know, these are one verse tracks. You know what I mean?
Yes, there's no hook.
Yeah, there's no hook, no bridge. There's no auto tune, no pretty stuff like that. But just like a straight one verse, just to also kind of like discipline the listener as well. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like the hook or anything like that is catchy and it catches your attention. That's great and everything like that, and it's good for commercial appeal and stuff. But like you're kind of being lazy if like you're listening to rap and you're waiting for the hook. You know what I mean? So I want to challenge listeners like that. Also like everything kind of I hope it comes off as like a monologue.
Yes.
Like each one's a monologue and it comes together as like almost like chapters of a book. You know, that was kind of the structure I was going for. And as far as like the rhythm and stuff like that, like I can't speak on where that comes from because it just happens. I guess some ancestral.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you know, like that's where it comes from, right? That's like if we're really talking where it comes from, it's definitely something ancestral. But like it's like dot. I don't know. But it also just comes from like listening to a lot of hip hop and like always trying to, as a kid, like imitate other rappers and stuff.
Okay.
I think, and like my poetry kind of started just doing that.
Yeah.
And then when I discovered spoken word poetry, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this is spoken word poetry. Okay, I got this. And then just kind of just started doing it. I decided like, okay, like I've developed some kind of unique, like what do you call it? What do you call when there's two things put together?
Combination?
I guess, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So kind of like unique combination of like spoken word and rap, which I'm not the only
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not the only one that does it.
Fusion, yeah.
Yeah. I guess like just a solid like back to front of my 20s. You know what I mean? Like when I listen to it, I have a lot more memories than like most people have. Obviously, I created it, right? But like writing it was in my 20s, you know, and then releasing it was like when I turned 31.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like I said, some of the writing of the first track was from like 2015 or 16 or something like that. You know what I mean? So like it just takes me back, and like, you know, whether or not the experiences are good or bad, it just like I look at it like, wow, I truly appreciated life to the ups and downs, and that's even why my name's like With Love from Deji. Whether it's like a whether I'm writing about a bad experience or a good experience, if I'm reflecting on it, it means I love it. Like, you know what I mean? It means I was what's the word? Compassionate, or like, you know, just concerned and like really living. You know, so yeah, it's like I've lived.
Yeah, that's
kind of
beautiful.
album, you know what I mean? And as far as like in people's catalogs or whatever, it's just like, you know, a chapter 0 almost, because like as far as like rap music goes, I have just different kind of ways that I would attempt things, yeah, different artists that like I'm really influenced by, and I want to try and draw from them, and like, you know, really hone in on like the full spectrum of a hip hop artist. So this is like chapter 0 almost, like it's like a prologue, you know.